Do you have like recurring negative thoughts? Or maybe you get caught up in the same situations over and over and over again. And you think like, why am I in this again? How did this happen again? Or you think my thoughts are so negative and I know they're hurting me, but I don't know how to change them. Then this video is for you. Hi, I'm Casey and I'm a transformation agent for you. If this is you with negative thoughts or coming back to the same place over and over and over and you want to change that, then I'm going to walk you through a few steps that you can take to start to change this in your life. And stay till the end because I have a bonus that is going to 10 times your results. I know this problem very well because 6 years ago, I was dealing with this. My thoughts were nothing but negative. I had a lot of bad things going on in my life. I had a lot of problems internally, and I had to figure out how to rewire my mind so that I could think positive and I could return to a peaceful life and a successful life. I'm going to explain in this video why our minds get wired this way, how they're kind of wired by default to think negative and to see the negative, and how we can expand our consciousness, our awareness, so that we can change the pathways in our brain to think positive and be wired for success. And by the end, I'm going to give you another key mechanism that most people forget about, and it's going to 10 times your results. So let's learn a little bit about the mind. I have this drawing back here. Hopefully you can see it. Let's turn this just a little bit. So I have this guy up here, okay? And these are the thoughts coming out right here. Here's the brain extrapolated from his mind. So we have this pathway going through the mind out to here. So the thought is about the treadmill. This is him on the treadmill in his imagination. And the thought about it is, it's too hard. I'm gonna get too sweaty. It's gonna take too long. Time is too long. I'm never gonna change. It's not worth it. It'll be painful. So he sees the treadmill, and these are the thoughts that start activating through this path. Okay? This is negative wiring. Our minds are wired for negativity. Whatever happens negative in our realm of living, it sticks out like a sore thumb, and we remember it so that we can survive. This is old wiring as we evolved as a species. If we forgot what was negative, every time we walked by that pond full of alligators, we would get eaten. But since we remember, hey, that pond with all the moss and trees has alligators in it, go to the clear pond, then we survived as a species. So that's still happening. So this is your alligator, this treadmill. And the mind is saying, I don't like this. This is too hard. But we are an evolved species and we can make different choices now. And we can wire up different neural pathways in our head. So look at this other guy. This is positive wiring. So he looks at the treadmill. Here's his path of thought right here, going through the mind to the treadmill. I'm gonna feel good afterwards. I'm gonna be more attractive if I continue on this path. I have a fit lifestyle that fits the treadmill. I'm gonna have an improved self-concept. I'm gonna have more energy. I'm gonna live longer. I'll have a better quality of life. If I commit to it for 6 months and just do it no matter what, I'm gonna see changes. Okay, so you have two pathways, one negative, and these are literally neural networks in the mind. Same with this, different pathway. So the next time he sees a treadmill, he has two choices. So we're gonna move over here to my little choice matrix. So we have this guy right here. This is Mr. Choice right here. And he has his plug right here. So he can plug into outcome A or outcome B. And this is outcome A. And this is outcome B. So every time we see the treadmill, we have a choice. We can go down the same neural pathway, too hard, sweaty, gonna take too much time, not worth it, never gonna change. Or we can get conscious and start rewiring this to, I live a fit lifestyle. I'm going to have an improved self-concept. I'm gonna have more energy. I'm gonna live longer. So he plugs into outcome B and he starts rewiring his mind that way. So what this takes is, so we could say, oh yeah, just make a different choice, Casey. Just change the mind. You know, here's the thing. If you don't slow down, if you don't raise your consciousness level, your awareness level with meditation, with mindfulness, then you're going to continue to repeat the same thoughts. And you're going to continually get the same results. Because if we don't change our way of thinking, then our behavior doesn't change. And if our behavior doesn't change, our life doesn't change. So where does the work need to happen? In the mind. So it's just about becoming very aware of this and start thinking different thoughts. Okay, now I said that I would 10 times your results because I'm sure we've all tried this. Just think different thoughts. Or maybe you haven't figured that out yet, that you can just think different thoughts about people, about places, about situations. Here's the 10 times. You gotta find out why you want to do it. Why? Yes, we all know that treadmill or running or exercise or moving your body or walking is beneficial for you, but why do you want to do it? I already said all the reasons why. Because you want to live a fit lifestyle. You want to improve self-concept of yourself. You want to live longer. You want more energy. So those are the things that you got to hold on to. Like, I don't really like doing the dishes, but you know what I do like and love is seeing the dishes complete on the right side of the sink. So I don't think about doing the dishes. I just put my hands in the water. I just run the water and I put my hands in the water and I start doing the dishes. Because if I think about doing that, I won't do it. But I think about, oh, I can't wait until my dishes are done on the right side of the sink. So I just go through the motions of doing whatever I need to do, moving my hands around, not really thinking about it, maybe thinking about something else. And then 5, 10, 15 minutes later, I have this beautiful rack of dishes done and complete on the right side of me. And I say, yeah, I really like that. So I reinforce the positive and I ignore the negative. So when we don't fire this other network here, this negativity network, it starts to dissolve. It starts to get cracks in it. It starts to become less traveled. Excuse me, thank you. And this network down here, this road in your mind starts getting more prominent and it starts taking over as a more dominant pathway to take. I had a therapist that talked about wagon wheel ruts. I know that's weird, but when the covered wagons were heading out towards Oregon, that path was traveled so much that they had these giant ruts in the ground. And they really didn't even have to steer anymore. The wheels just rode in the ruts all the way out there. So that's kind of how our negative thoughts get wired. They're like wagon wheel ruts. And we in order to get them running a different way, we gotta kind of hop out of the rut and start making a new road. So the biggest thing to realize is that the awareness of the wagon wheel rut, the awareness of lighting up that negative pathway. Just become conscious of it, become curious about it. I want to stress that it's not beneficial or productive to get on yourself when that negative network fires up, when those negative thoughts fire up. Just realize it, just notice it. Oh yeah, there those negative thoughts go again. I look at the treadmill and I think about how hard it is. But then you flip the script on it. You say, cancel that thought. That's going to make me fit. That's going to make me healthy. That's going to make me live longer. That's going to make me happier. And you don't have to use the treadmill. That's just an analogy. You could use your job, the relationship, the finances, whatever it is, changing your thoughts about it towards the positive, one step at a time. When I did this for myself, I had to do it every day, all day. I ran a loop of affirmations on my phone that I would say multiple times a day, and I would write them down as well because I needed to reinforce the positivity in my life. Everything was kind of crumbling around me, and my life was kind of on fire, and I really needed to start thinking better thoughts. Sometimes we try to go from super negative to super positive, and that's hard to maintain. But if we just think a little bit better, what's one thought better that you can think than what you were thinking? Like everything's shit to it's gonna be okay. You know, that kind of flips the train track in our mind. You can't think a positive thought and a negative thought at the same time. You just can't. You can't be in self-pity, but also be speaking gratitude. These are two different networks. So I hope that helped you. If this helped you, please like the video down below. I'll wait a second. And please subscribe. If you'd like to work on this with me, I put my link in the description. We can talk about what thoughts are already wired, and we can get aware of what thoughts are already wired and start rewiring them together, creating awareness and accountability for you. So click that link in the description and we'll get on a free call to talk about your journey. And speaking of journey, here's a journaling video to help you along your journey.